Here in Singapore, it's easy to find the best management university because there's only one, and it says so in their title, Singapore Management University. But if you look for qualifications in New Zealand, it is harder to find where you really need to go in order to achieve your objective of residence and of good quality learning. We have three categories of degree awarding institutions in New Zealand. The highest category are universities. We have only 8 in the whole country, and it says in their name university, so you know it's a university. We have polytechnic institutes. They're branded newly under Te Pūkenga, and if it says Te Pūkenga, you know it's not a university, is an institute. And then we have a number of privately owned companies that are registered as degree institutions. They are private companies. You pay an owner for your degree, and they're seen by employers as exactly that. So if your goal is to learn well, but to also get a skilled employment in New Zealand, which you need to get residence, then how do you pick the best university? Clearly, it should be a university rather than an institute or a private company, because employers know the difference between a university, the standards they have, the research they do. They have real professors, not just people hired in to teach for a couple hours. When you then pick the universities, you have choices, different locations. In New Zealand, they're all ranked highly, 200, 300, 400 in the world out of 10,000, so they're good quality. But the important part is that during the time you study, you make connections, part-time work, lecturers, guest speakers. Those connections should get you a job when you finish. So if you pick a university that is in a small town at the very southern end of New Zealand, you study, you pay, but you make no connections because there are no jobs in a small place. So you usually want Auckland, biggest town in New Zealand. About 40% of all the jobs in the whole country are in Auckland, and that's where your connections you make during work and during studying are very likely to connect you to employers that also look for people. The last question then is, do you study something narrow and specialized, maybe something you like? Or do you study something that employers want, something that makes you marketable, and clearly you go for the broader, marketable, more general studies because they offer up a whole large range of jobs for you, not just those few that are specialized. You look for an MBA, you look for a Master of Management, you look for something that adds well to your undergraduate degree, but is not too special, because then you make it harder for yourself to find a job. So in New Zealand, fastest pathway to residence and to great learning is a university in Auckland with a broader scope of study.